Hey everyone, Slayer here to introduce Nasty and Friends from BDC Studios, a podcast where two friends who met in the Army Reserves get together and talk about shit. One's a firefighter and the other has a funny laugh. So sit back, get rid of your kids, and hold on to your because it's about to get nasty, friends.
Welcome to Nasty and Friends with Pagnasty and Spicy Motherfucking Brown.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Nasty and Friends podcast. This is Prison Call 9. I am Spicy Motherfucking Brown, and on the phone, I have with me my main man, Pagnasty. What up?
Woo! Feels good to be back, my man.
Man, I feel damn good. 2018.
Yeah, it's just been too fucking long. We were just talking that, we last time we actually posted that went up was, I think, like mid-November of 2017. But as everybody knows, when we podcast, it's a whole full weekend thing. So we probably, we're together in October or something?
Yeah,
I believe.
think it was October.
So, for you guys who don't know, this is the Prison Call. We are not in BDC Studios. This is just a call. One of us is in jail or prison here, so we're just making a call out. We got the quarter. We're just going to use up the time here. So this is the ninth time that we're doing it. It's not ideal, but we're not leaving everybody all high and dry. So
yeah,
but it definitely was. Go ahead.
It's been. I mean, holiday season.
Yeah.
The holidays. It's wintertime. It's just been tough to get together. We tried to get together in November, December. It just didn't work, man. The holidays and everything going on. The prison call is essential,
Yeah, absolutely. You're just going to say the same thing that I was going to pretty much, but I just wanted to say, thanks for everybody for sticking with us and, tweeting, hitting us up on Facebook saying, where the fuck are you guys at? You're keeping us on track for sure.
Yeah.
We appreciate the loyalty. We know we're never consistent, but you know what? That's just what you get. You better fucking deal with it. So.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, and I love it when people are like, hey, what the fuck, man? Are you guys going to put out a new podcast? Well, I'm like, yeah, man, we want to. So we're working on it.
Yeah, we would podcast it every day if our livers and our wives would not leave us. So
That's true. And even then, I'd probably risk it,
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely. Don't get it twisted. Yeah,
don't get it twisted. Anyway,
no, man, it's great. It's great to be back for sure.
Yeah, talking to you, I feel like this is season 3. It's the beginning of 2018.
Yeah.
We have big shit planned for this year like we do every year. I'm excited, man. So we can't talk dates, nothing official, but in a couple weeks we will be in BDC Studios and we will be recording a live podcast.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be fucking awesome. As you said, we got big things, big guests, hopefully still planned, and coming at you, as fast as we can. So, let's get into it, man. One of the main reasons why we wanted to get together is right now. This should be going up either tonight or tomorrow. Hopefully, it is January 8th, a week from today, January 15th. Second season of the Nasty and Friends put together celebrity death pool. Goes live, and as always, we always do it on Doug Stanhope's website that he puts together. They keep track of all the points, and so this is kind of it's not a last-ditch effort, but, I mean, what do we have right now, 13, 14 people in there, and we have slots open for 30 or something? Yeah. You know more about that.
Yeah. So real quick, I'll go into last year, and then we'll talk about 2018 real quick.
Yeah.
So last year was the first year we did it. It was a blast. We said this multiple times, but this is something I plan on doing every year because it's so fun.
Absolutely.
Throughout the year, and it is morbid. And I got some people that are like, nope, I'm out. I don't want any part of that. I don't even like when you talk about it. And I'm like, well, I'm going to keep talking about it, motherfucker. You don't have to play, but I'm going to be talking about it. But
absolutely. Yeah. People are just, I get that. People say
and I get
that's a karma train they don't want to deal with, but that's their priority. I would probably do that if I was a bitch too, but
But then most of my other friends are like, oh, so and so just died. Did you have so and so? Did you have so and so?
Yeah.
And I love that. So anyway, 2017 was a blast. I won first place. My sister J-Ho got second place.
This is fucking rigged. Yeah, you say what you want, but it is rigged. The odds are the very first year we do it, the fucking Browns take gold and silver. Like, come on. Some bullshit.
Yeah, my sister said that too. She's like, shit, they're going to think it's fucking rigged. Like,
no, that's fucking awesome. You just guys did your homework. That's the way it is. I fucking loved it. There was I wouldn't say a lot of controversy, but there was a little bit of stuff. So I don't know if you wanted to go into that or if you planned on going into that or.
You talking about the ISIS leader?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shook up some things because he was a young guy. He was killed. The news said they confirmed he was killed, and that came out this summer. I want to say I was in South Dakota. It came out that he actually was killed in like a drone strike like 2 months prior. And then a couple months later, they said, you know what? They don't have enough proof. They don't think he's really dead. So that was a lot of points that got given out and then taken.
They rescinded it because we had 4 people, I think, in our own funeral home who had it. So at that time, say technically he would have died. If you were in first, I believe Long was in, or no, you were in first. Your buddy Lemmick was in second. I think Long was in third, and I don't remember who was in fourth. But because that got away, they lost, and then people jumped up into the spot. So.
Yeah, so it was controversial. And in 2017, Joey got third place, and my buddy Lemmick got fourth place.
Yeah.
So we did make those certificates.
Yes.
We printed them out, and you got the one for Joey?
Yes. Yep. I did get it.
Okay.
Yep.
Because I have some awards downstairs on my wall in the basement. Yeah. I'm framing mine, absolutely.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, why wouldn't you? Like I said, what I loved about the fact that you won is it was a legitimate, and it may never, honestly, ever happen again. It was a wire-to-wire win. Day one, January 15th, 2017, you get a fucking hit, your foot hit the gas, you didn't fucking look back to us peasants.
Yeah.
You know, it was just, I couldn't believe it. I don't think that'll ever happen again. Like, literally wire-to-wire win like that. That's just insane. So I was actually happy that if I couldn't get first, I was, of course. I want you and me to get first every time. Like, one of us, every time. But it was great. We had a great show. Only 2 people didn't get hits out of the 13 people that we had. Shouts out to Camus and JPEG for not getting a single hit. But
yeah, and then it even keeps it close because the last day, the last call bonus, if somebody dies on December 31st, it's a 100-point bonus.
Oh, yeah. And that
even if you hit somebody who's 98 years old and get 2 points, you get a 100-point bonus.
Yeah, and for us, we're not like the high-end people who have like a shit ton of hits. That would have put you in the money for us, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
absolutely.
Definitely. Yeah, I was nervous. I was hoping for me, but I was still like worried that somebody was gonna fucking sneak in there. So.
Oh, me too. Yeah, absolutely. And now, like you were saying the other day, worrying about people dying between now and 6 days when this thing kicks off.
Yeah, so for people who don't know, downtime is January 1st to the 15th because the site doesn't go live. And so anybody dies now and you have them, you can obviously switch them out, but nobody gets any points because it's not like our funeral home doesn't start then. And you can always start it later, but the earliest any funeral home could ever start is January 15th. So, but we're recruiting, man. We got a lot of good extra people. I got my younger brother, Vito, he's in it. I got my uncle, Winker, he's in it. I think most everybody from last year, doing it again. We got more Army guys who didn't get in last year, like they're in, like Harris, Wilburn. I think they're in for sure. So, I'm pumped about it. I think Whining, you said he's gonna sign up and shit, right?
Yeah. So the other day, I pushed 2 days pretty hard, just getting the word out. Hey, we're doing this death pool again. If you want in, hit me up. So the first day I did it, we got a bunch of people in, and then I think it was just Friday. I think I did. I sent a bunch of emails out or text messages out to my old Army unit, the firefighters, and then about 4 people in my new unit. And then I talked to Whiny. Whiny's like, dude, ever since I was on the podcast, you guys sold me. I'm in.
Hell yeah.
Meston, and I talked to about 8 people who said that they were going to be in. And then all weekend, I checked to see if anybody sent requests in, and nobody did all weekend. So we're sitting at 17. I know we'll have at least probably 6 more, but the goal is hopefully we get 25 people. 30, we bought a space for 30.
Right.
And I'm wondering if, we finished, 110th?
Overall, it was like 105th, I think. So if I remember right, we're just under half. So we're on the lower half of the whole site-wide.
And I want to say, because we had a funeral home for 30 people, but we only had 13 people.
Yeah.
So, we're, with it not being full, that we're definitely taking some losses,
Yeah, no,
definitely. I think that if we had 30 people and everybody had 1 hit, even just that, I think that would make a huge difference as far as how well our funeral home does. but yeah, if you're listening to this, you know what? And I don't think I sent a shout out to Tower. There's a couple people I think they might not know we're going hot on January 15th, and then there's a couple more people. I'll keep sending reminders out. I just hope, and with our clientele that we hang out with, hopefully not everybody is fucking calling on the 14th. It's like, hey man, what do I do? Or what do I?
Yeah, it's very possible that could happen. So
if you're interested in doing it, yeah, it starts January 14th at midnight. But before then, you have to create an account, which is free at Doug Stanhope Celebrity Death Pool. You have to find our funeral home, which is Nebraska's Preeminent Death Prediction Services, LLC. I have to accept you into the funeral home, and then you also have to pick 20 celebrities and add them to our funeral home before it starts. So it's that's not something you want to wait till the 14th at 11 o'clock.
Yeah, you don't. And what I'll say is it does sound like it is a lot, and at first it is. But see, the thing is about the whole website is when you pick them, you can also add them to your watch list, and that's what I've been doing like throughout the year because there's trade rounds and stuff like that. But I had like I think 30-something people on my trade. So like when it was time to do this for our second annual Celebrity Death Pool, it took me like literally the hardest was like who do I want to put in, and I still go in there like once a day and switch people out. So once you get past that first initial setup, you start putting them on your list. Then you're good going forward. Like every year, just boom, all you gotta do is apply to the new one. Spicy approves you, and then you're good. So like I again had mine done in like 5 minutes. So
for sure, mine I got about 18 celebrities picked. I have 4 alternates, and then I have a couple people on my watch list.
Yeah, do you know how the alternates work? Because
I do not.
Yeah, because I don't. That's the only thing I don't really understand. Because my uncle was asking me about it. I always pick them, but I don't know. And I read the rules. And if anybody's listening who's in the pool, you should definitely go read the official rules just because they're funny alone. But they really are rules. So.
read the rules, read the point system, and read the bonus system, and then read up about trade rounds. You got a month before you have to worry about a trade round, but read all that stuff, dude. Do research if you want. I'm constantly watching, like when I'm watching TV. I'm like, oh, look at this motherfucker. This motherfucker looks sick as fuck. Or
absolutely. Definitely, and they got bonus points like we've talked about. But this year, like last year, if you got a politician, you got an extra 25 bonus points. That's no longer the case this year. It's musicians, which it does seem like the past couple of years, musicians have been dropping off, like flies. So, but they have to be primarily known for their music. So if you do get them, besides the age points and any other bonus points, you do get automatically 25 points. So that's awesome. But yeah, man, we want to fill it out, dude. It's a blast. I mean, I have probably, I think 2 or 3 people last year that would text me, like 2 celebrities for sure. I didn't know that died until somebody asked me if I had them in the death pool. So fuck, I didn't even know they died. And so, and that's mainly my uncle, which he's in it now. So I know he's been watching from the outside, been waiting till 2018 starts because he wanted in on it. So, it's fun, man. I know we talk about it all the time, but it's literally like we text at least once a week about it for sure.
Oh my God, yeah, it's so exciting. It's so exciting. And then once it starts, everybody's locked in, so we can't add anybody after the 15th. But the people who are in our funeral home, we could go and see exactly who they picked. Yep. And critique that and like, oh, that was stupid.
Right.
That kind of stuff. But I'm excited about 2018. Like I said, hopefully a bunch of people don't wait till the 14th because I don't know. I can't remember if I'm working or not, but I'll be able to get to my phone, go to my account, and then see if I need to accept anybody. But just don't play it close. Give yourself some time. But yeah, sign up. Some people worried about the pay, and I said, dude, we won't collect money. It's gonna be $25, and we're not gonna collect.
Is that what we decided for sure?
Yeah, it's gonna be $25, and we're not gonna collect for a few months. Once the game starts, we'll collect.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna do because it's a whole. I didn't mean to cut you off there, boss, but
no,
it's just like a whole year thing. So most of the time, everybody that's gonna be in our pool is somebody that we know. So it's gonna be like, oh hey, I see you. I think we're just gonna try to do straight cash. This year, because last year, I mean, we did like with PayPal, and it is nice, but sometimes with PayPal, there's like, it costs to do it.
Oh,
so
yeah.
somebody they'll pay me, and then PayPal takes their couple extra bucks, which is fine. I don't mind covering that if it's easy for somebody who can't do it. And I know there's a bunch of other ways, but if you're getting money from like Venmo, you're getting money from PayPal, you get money cash. If we just say straight cash only, I just think that's the easiest. So
straight cash is always, we don't want the government fucking.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're not even really betting. This is all monopoly money anyway. So
That's true.
Because
no, I mean,
it's illegal.
Yeah, and we got some people overseas, and for those people, yeah, we're going to pay you with the internet. But the rest of us, almost everybody in there, we're going to see multiple times throughout this year. So yeah, we'll do cash. And the way I did the math is if we get 25 people, I think it was $500 minus $50 for the cost of the funeral home. So we have $450 to give out. And I wrote down some numbers, but those numbers are going to change depending on how we might get 30 people, we might get 20.
Yeah, you and I are taking 100 right off the top.
Right off the top. Taxes.
Yeah,
taxes,
absolutely. Love it.
But we'll pay at least the top 4 spots, maybe the 5th spot. We'll see once we have a solid number of who's in and who's in the competition. We'll figure out the payouts for the top 4 or 5 people. And then also, if you join and you have a crazy name, hit me or Pags up and let us know who you are in real life.
Yeah, we don't care what your name is, honestly. It can be whatever, but we're only allowing people that we know into the funeral, because anybody can join on the website if they find it. But we want to make sure we get our people, since we're putting down this fake money and shit on there, make sure it's all even. And if you want, we've had people who did multiple accounts. If you can do that. I mean, as long as we have the room, if there's extra spaces, we will do that for you. Obviously, you still have to pay for it. But Long, he did 2 of them last year, but he paid for both of them. So I don't have a problem with that. And I know you don't have a problem with that.
No, not at all.
The only time I think that comes into play is if somebody has 2, all 30 spots are filled, and somebody else wants to get in, then I would say, no, you got to go down to 1 so we can, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
But that's, I mean, if you think about it, if we don't get to 30, you want to do another 25 spot, do it.
Yeah, and just let us know what your name, because I think most people have they don't use their real name on there. They have some kind of like the
Smart
Death Stalker or whatever.
Right.
But then when I accept somebody named like the Death Reaper, I don't know if that's somebody we know or just somebody who happened to find our funeral home. And I want to make sure I don't add somebody who we're not going to get money from, who's just going to take up a spot. So just let me know. Because I had to reach out to a couple guys, and one was Harris, one was Ernest. I think one was Wilburn. But I identify those people. And, we got a bunch more people that I know anyway, at least 8 people who are going to be signing up in the next week. But we're going to have some openings. So Tower, do your research, hit us up if you got any questions. But
fuck yeah,
I'm excited.
Fuck yeah. Well, at the risk of running punt, I think we beat that dead horse for a while.
Yeah, we did. Dude, let's get into some football, man, because this is the best time of the year, or the best time of the year just passed with my opinion, with the bowl season.
Right. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, man. I agree. Any
big games or surprises?
I think I know where you're going. We might as well just fucking jump down this slide. So we're going to go on the NFL side first, if that's all right with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we'll do the NFL. NFL playoffs started. Anybody knows who's listening to this? I'm a huge Chiefs fan. So let me just fucking get this out of the way. Yes, I was at the fucking playoff game this last weekend. And yes, I was out there last year, and they both fucking lost. So it sucks. I'm hurt. The good thing about it is I wasn't going to go because I was so pissed off from the year before.
It was the Steelers last year, correct?
Yeah, Steelers last year. Steelers won the divisional game, and Steelers didn't score a touchdown. So I was really bummed about it. I said, fuck this. I'm done with Arrowhead for a while. And I thought maybe if a game comes up, I'll go. It's always fun to go with friends. Well, then this year's playoff comes around. I did go to preseason game, didn't go to regular season game just because it really didn't work out. And then I was just like, no, you know what? I don't want to go to the playoffs again and jinx it. They played the Tennessee Titans, but Rob, he's been on the podcast before. So one of my best friends, he's a big Titans fan, and then my twin brother's a Titans fan. We tried to get him he lives in Colorado. We tried to get him to come back, but he couldn't make it. So the degenerate Chubbs, Rob, and I all went to the game on Saturday. And I will say, besides the outcome of the game, it was fun. It was one of the best games I've been to just because of the company. And that's really the reason, I say that's really the reason why I went, but I said I wasn't going to go, and then they called me like, well, your ticket's bought, so you're going. So I was like, oh, fuck it, whatever. So we went, but we did have a good time. Like I said, the Degenerate and I were huge Chiefs fans. Rob's Titan fan, and Chubbs, he's a Packers fan. Obviously, they had a shit year with Rodgers going down, so I liked his strategy. He wore Husker gear, so it was red to blend in, but he wasn't supporting the Chiefs.
Smart.
Yeah,
smart.
It was, real smart. But yeah, man, it was fun. I know Rob had a fucking hell of a time, obviously, because they won. But I just had this. I didn't have this feeling. Like Spencer said it best. He's like, we know who the Chiefs are. They lost to the fucking Giants this year. You shouldn't be surprised. But with that being said, I feel like it's your team. They're in the playoffs. Yes, we know their team. They could be a shit team, but the playoffs still happen. Upsets still happen. And everybody was picking the Chiefs too. So I was scared, pissed off, let down, obviously. But I've been obviously talking shit to Rob for like a whole week. As soon as we found out who they were playing, I mean, he's driving. We literally get there in Arrowhead parking lot. I roll down the window and I just start yelling, "Boo this man! Boo this guy!" I got so many people to flip him off. He loved that shit. You know what I mean? He's like, yeah, fuck yeah, bring it on. And just talking mad shit to everybody and never had a problem with anybody.
Good.
Really, that I saw, which was great. We also went, we called it Titans Row or the Lion's Den, where we were walking by or like got a ride from a golf cart because we were carrying this cooler, and there's pretty much a row of all Titans people, and he's like, we're going. I'm like, well, hell yeah. I mean, if you're going to come into territory, we got to go there with you. So, of course, as we're walking through, he's like, boo these guys, and fucking feeding it right back. So it was awesome, man.
That's awesome.
Just love seeing that, especially when you like, there's NFL fans who are like super serious and they get pissed off and they'll get up in your face. I'm just like, I mean, I love my team more than anything, just like anybody else, but I'm not going to get fucking pissed off. It's all in good fun, I feel. So I didn't have a problem with anybody. Met an older guy who has the same first name as me, so that was pretty sweet, who's a Titans fan, so we got a picture together. And so the experience definitely was one of the best. Obviously, the game is shit. And because of that game, I vowed next year 100%, regardless. I even said something crazy could happen. They could move the Super Bowl, and the Chiefs could go to the Super Bowl at Arrowhead. I am not going. No preseason game, no regular season game. Like, I've been to 2 playoffs back-to-back. They both fucking lost, so I'm done for a year. Still going to cheer for my team. Still going to wear Chiefs red. Still going to wear the jerseys and all that shit. I'm just not going to Arrowhead.
I hear you, man. It's almost like it's your fault.
Oh, yeah. Vito wrote on my Facebook wall last night, he goes, stop fucking going to the playoffs. But, yeah, it probably is. So, you know what? I mean, you can if and or what the whole fucking season every year.
Yeah.
But, so I would say, to bring it all back around, sorry I went on that tangent. It's still, like, pent up about it. I've been thinking about it.
I love it, man.
So
I waited, like, a full almost 24 hours before I text you, like, you okay, bro?
Yeah, dude, I appreciate that because it's just like, I mean, when I got there, I put my phone down and then, like, you hear from people you probably haven't talked to in like 5 years or since last year when the fucking Chiefs lost. Like, you just, oh, you okay? Like, you don't ever ask me anything ever. Like, never. Like, come give me a blowjob, then ask me how I'm okay. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just like, fuck. So I do appreciate it, which you could have texted me right away. I wouldn't have cared.
No,
I
I know.
answered you for sure, but
I
appreciate the morning process. So.
Yeah. I can only imagine because, like, you know me, like, I'm a college football guy, but I do watch NFL.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs are my team in the NFL. So I'm not as passionate at all about them as you are, but they're still, like, I root for them. I've watched them all year. They started off amazing.
Right.
I mean, they started off beating the Patriots. And then they they turned into dog shit.
Yeah.
And won, like, 1 out of 7. They won, like, the first 6 games out of 7, and then the next 7, they've only won, like, 1 out of the 7.
Yeah, they went 5-0, then they lost 6 of 7, and then they, like, won out. And then, lost first round to the fucking Titans at home. They're like 0-6 at home playoff games. Like, they're awful. And so it's just frustrating.
I remember this. Obviously, this loss, I remember last year against Pittsburgh because it was during that ice storm, and I remember you went down there.
Yep.
And then I remember the game against Indianapolis a couple years ago where they had even a bigger lead, didn't they?
Oh yeah, playoff game. Oh yeah. They were. I don't remember how much they were, but yeah, I was. I didn't go to that game, but I was watching it with the Degenerate, and it was not good.
That was
like it was. Yeah, that was fucked up as well. So it's been rough, but you know what? You still support your team, and you just hope cancer takes you early, so you don't gotta go.
Yeah, dude. I just know. I think maybe a week or two ago there was a possibility that the Baltimore Ravens I thought were gonna make it in, and the Chiefs are going to play the Ravens, and the Ravens did not make it in. Tennessee made it in. I'm like, oh, that's a far better matchup for Kansas City.
100%.
I'm like, it's the Tennessee Titans. I'm like, that's shit. They got this.
Yeah.
And then, so we had a busy day that day. We had a date night. So we went to a sports bar. We watched the first half at home, went to a sports bar, and then we had dinner reservations, and then we were going to a JPEG's or something, I guess.
Yeah, you can hear Fred going crazy. She's opened the garage door.
Oh yeah, so we did a sports bar, and then we had dinner reservations, and then we went to another bar to pregame, and then we went to somebody's birthday party at a bar. So the first half it was good, 21-3, and then we went. We started going, so we went to the sports bar, and we started watching the second half. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? What? I didn't think it was going to happen, and then sure enough, man, I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I was hoping not, but then like Super Bowl, everybody knows what happened last year, you know, that shit, and it just doesn't make sense. Again, this is coming from somebody who's in their 30s, overweight, only play high school football. I know where this opinion's coming from, but you have the NFL league-leading rusher,
Kareem Hunt.
Mm-hmm. They only fed it to him like 11 times, and 5 of those times were like in the second half. So when you feed him the ball, let him run, you're winning. You go away from that, you lose 6 or 7 games. You go back to giving him the ball, you win out the rest of the season, and then you just don't give it to him in your first-round playoff game. It just doesn't make sense to me. Now, that may be a little weird, I guess. You know what I mean? It's common sense, in my opinion, I guess.
Yeah, the fucking Chiefs, they got talent, man.
Yeah.
Like Tyreek Hill, Kareem Hunt, you know, Alex Smith is solid. I know Travis Kelce getting hurt in the first half. I was like, that could be a problem, but still there's enough playmakers that there shouldn't be a problem. It's 21-3. You guys got this. But they just got shut. The offense got shut down. And I agree, especially when you have the lead, run the ball, wear the defense down, run the clock, give the ball to the number one rusher in the NFL, Kareem Hunt, and they didn't, you know. Mm-hmm. I don't know. And Andy Reid is probably one of my favorite coaches, you know, so I hate to be like, it's his fault. I think it's multiple people's fault, but it's awful.
Yeah, it sucks. So that was definitely a dagger. But like I said, the experience definitely, probably top I've ever had at Arrowhead. So like that, there was my best friends, you know, and it's awesome. I fully expected to get the shit back from Rob. I'm like, he's done something I've never done. See my team win a playoff game. You know, but of course he and I think he only had like one incident where after the game I'm fucking heading back out to the truck. He's like, well, do you guys care if I run like to the other side, because the Titans players were like going up. We're like, no, fuck, take your time. We got to wait for all this traffic to clear out anyway. Yeah. So he tried to get over there to see some of them. And the only thing he said is on his way back, he had some Chiefs fan just like push him. Like, he didn't bump into him or anything. He just saw him and just was pissed, pushed him. And then his buddies, the guy who pushed Rob, like his buddies jumped on him. They're like, dude, we're sorry. Rob's like, it's all right, man. I don't care. It's fine. But like that was like the only incident that he had that I'm aware of. So I feel like that's pretty good. So like I said, I mean, it was fun. But yeah, I mean, Titans are going to play in Foxborough. So I mean, again, I always say it's the playoffs. You never know what can happen. But I mean, they're probably fitting to get their ass kicked. Hopefully not. I want the Titans to beat the Patriots.
That would be
sure.
so awesome.
I would
man.
love for them to go to the AFC Championship game 100%.
That would be awesome.
That's who I'm pulling, for sure. I mean, they beat the Chiefs, obviously, and like I said, one of my best friends and my twin brother root for the Titans. Of course, that's who I would love to see win the whole thing now at this point.
Absolutely, for the AFC anyway. I mean, fuck the Steelers and especially fuck the Patriots. Yeah, if Tennessee could do it, man, that would be incredible. I am a Marcus. Like I said during the game, I'm like I'm a Marcus Mariota fan. Not today, but I am a Marcus Mariota fan. Right. But not against the Patriots. I'm a Marcus Mariota fan all day, man. So Well, see, the other side, the NFC, is pretty interesting to me.
Oh, dude, yeah, I think they have I don't know if it's like a tougher league or what, because I think right now, out of the whole league at this point, I still say you probably give Patriots the edge, like who I would think would win. The only reason why, I think the Steelers are up there, but the fact that Steelers, if they do make it to the AFC Championship, they have to go, like I said, to Gillette Stadium. So it's, I mean, that's going to be tough. But if anybody could do it, I feel at this point, because, I mean, they pretty much, I mean, they almost technically won the last
I think
game.
they should have won that one. Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people do. You can go in this or that, but so I think the AFC is, is good, but man, the fucking NFC, they're fucking stacked. They got some fucking great teams this year. Mm-hmm. So, it's good that Saints-Panthers game. Like, that was a fun game to watch, man. Panthers just wouldn't go away.
No,
if they
would
have played, like, I don't know if you saw the stats for, like, Cam Newton in, the fourth quarter. If he would have had just half as good of a quarter, like in the first, second, or third quarter as he did in the fourth quarter, I think they could have won. But, fucking Drew Brees, he's the man. So,
God,
the fucking team, it's good. It was a fun game to watch, man. I liked it. I liked watching it.
Yeah, and Candace and the boys, they love the Saints. They've always loved the Saints. The Saints this year, they're a different team because the running game between Ingram and Kamara, they're both two Pro Bowl running backs on the same team. That doesn't happen very often. I can't remember the stats on that. Plus, they have a solid defense. And then on top of that, you have fucking Drew Brees, who, in my opinion, is the best quarterback in the league,
Yeah, I mean, arguably, definitely could be. I mean, you can't fucking count them out anytime ever.
No. So I think they look good. So my pick earlier this year was the Philadelphia Eagles to win everything. Carson Wentz is hurt, but you still have a solid Eagles team, solid offense, special teams, and defense. That's scary. They still have a shot, not as good of a shot, I think, without their starting quarterback, Carson Wentz. No and then you have the Minnesota Vikings. So I got a bunch of friends who are Minnesota Vikings fans. Plus, the Super Bowl this year is in Minnesota.
Right.
And I think it'd be the first time, if the Minnesota makes it, the first time a team plays a home game in their stadium.
Yeah, I don't know the stats on that, but I mean, if they could do it, that would be pretty crazy. That'd be one hell of an advantage for sure.
So how it shakes up? Oh yeah, for sure. I think, but the Vikings also. I'm a big Case Keenum fan. Case Keenum, ever since even in college when he played for Houston, Case Keenum, he's a fucking playmaker. He's a baller. So I do like the Vikings. If they win the NFC, I'm gonna go the Vikings. Even if probably Tennessee makes it, but the way it shakes up right now, so the Saints are gonna play the Vikings at home, and then the Falcons are gonna play the Eagles at home, and then the winner of those teams play the NFC Championship game.
Mm-hmm.
So I really don't know, man. I think
this is hard.
I kind of counted the Falcons out, right, and then I saw them beat the Rams. The same night the Chiefs lost.
Yeah, Rams. I didn't get to see much of that game, just like the last part of it, because by the time we got home and shit. But I mean, Rams had a great fucking season. I mean,
oh my God, I
mean, especially I mean, compared to how they were like the past couple of years. So but I mean, that's who knows what they're gonna do. Matty Ice may be still fucking heated from last year, so I could see them making a run too. Absolutely.
So both of those games, Eagles, Falcons, and then the Vikings, Saints, those are all four great games. Yeah. And then, of course, the AFC, they got their good games. So, until, like, right around now is when I get excited about NFL, because the rest of the year, it doesn't matter. You can be 500 and still make the playoffs. So. But, I'm excited about that. Let's talk about college a little bit.
Yeah.
We got a big game. We got a big game that starts in about 45 minutes.
Yeah, national championship game, Georgia and Bama. Fuck the SEC.
Yeah.
But I mean, they won their games. You can't, really hate them too much. Like, you can, but and I will. But it still sucks. Like we were talking, where hopefully they both could lose, but they won't. But I think we're both pulling for Georgia. I think most everybody but the state of Alabama is probably pulling for Georgia. So, and the game's in Georgia too, isn't it?
Yes, and I want to say it's the Georgia Dome, or no, it's not the Georgia Dome anymore. It's the new Mercedes-Benz. The Falcon Stadium. I think that's where it's at.
Bomb ass stadium. I think that's where it's at too. I don't remember, but
I think most people are pulling for Georgia unless you're a Bama fan. You know what? And I get mad because if Wisconsin would have beat Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game, I think it would be Wisconsin playing Georgia.
Yeah.
And I think Wisconsin would win.
Yeah.
But they lost to Ohio State. My two picks were Clemson and Oklahoma. So I ended up, I think I'm going to be fourth place in our pool at work. So
yeah.
I'm out $100.
Yeah.
Because of a couple of shitty picks I picked. But yeah, I had Oklahoma winning the whole thing, and that was a great game against Georgia. Double overtime game. Oklahoma just couldn't pull it off.
Oh, dude, that was so much fun. That was the first ever overtime game in the Rose Bowl?
I think so, yeah.
You guys might hear a special guest. We got G Money just came into that.
Hey-o!
Into the room. So, can you say hi? Can you say hi, please?
Jason, what's up, buddy?
Spicy says hello. Can you say hi to him? Can you say hi? Nothing? You want to be on the podcast? Huh? All right. Well, keep going. He'll eventually say something.
We'll have Grayson on as a guest.
Yeah, definitely.
No, but there was. I love bowl season. The last week of bowl season, when there's games starting at noon every day, and then it ends with the New Year's Day bowl games.
Oh yeah,
it's the best year or best week of the year for football, and a lot of tough games, a lot of upsets. The UCF Auburn game, phenomenal.
Oh, so good.
Phenomenal.
So
Georgia, Oklahoma, phenomenal. Just a lot of good games, man. A lot of upsets. And then for the game tonight, like I said, I'm more excited to see Kendrick Lamar perform at halftime than I am the Georgia-Bama game.
Right. Sorry, I had to cough there, so I had to mute. Yeah, it was. Yeah, dude, I'm fucking pumped. I'm a big Kendrick fan now. I know, I definitely, obviously, the Degenerate is always going to be on the podcast for. I'm sorry, JPEX was asking me something. He'll always be a recurring guest on the podcast stuff, but he is not a fan of Kendrick Lamar at all. He hates him, absolutely hates him. And the thing is he didn't really I showed it to him. I think it was when Humble first came out. I showed him the video or whatever, and he saw him, and he thinks he ripped off what's his fucking name? It's Krispy Kreme. Is that right? He ripped off somebody's shtick, and he just fucking hates his lyrics because I don't remember the exact lyric in the song, but I think it's when he's talking about shooting guns and putting tater tots in the barrel or something. And fucking spits. When I mean he hates them, every time, we won't talk about him for a day, and he'll just randomly bring him up. And because I texted him, I said, "Hey, did you see your boy's going to be the halftime of the national championship?" He goes, "I may not even watch the game because of it."
Oh my god!
He fucking hates them, and I just want to. And he always has great points of view because I think he just spends his nights he gets an hour of sleep a night, and he just spends his time doing arguments in his head, so he always wins. So I definitely next time he's on, I want to definitely hear his point of view because I know you and I are huge Kendrick fans.
I'd love to hear it. Yeah,
I just want to put that out there. So I'm very, to agree with you, I'm very excited to watch the halftime show. I'm pumped. So
yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to talk to Spencer about it. Been a big hip hop fan since I was a little kid, and then to me, Kendrick. He's saving the game right now. There's so many shit rappers out. There are good rappers out, but the ones you hear on the radio, and I don't listen to the radio, but the ones the mainstream ones are garbage. They're Migos and guys like that. Who the fuck is, what the fuck's going on here? It's garbage. Kendrick Lamar he's a phenomenal rapper, and then the stuff he does, and the stuff he does outside of rap, which is completely different than skills or whatever, but he's given back to Compton, the high school we went to, and he's doing stuff, and he's big into activism, and he's behind a lot of stuff like that. I'm a big fan of Kendrick, but I would love to hear some of the points because I might agree with some of them, or maybe so yeah, we'll definitely get into that for sure. But,
no, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. Who did Spencer want to do the halftime show? Don't tell me Post Malone or some fucking body,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but I just know he's always like hating on him. And
right.
I mean, I could like literally go through our text message and just like find different times where he'll just randomly bring him up where he's just like, nope, not like, I mean, just like not even talking about rap or anything. And he'll just be like, well, something like he'll always compare like the shittiest thing that we're talking about. He's like, oh, it's just like there's a Kendrick Lamar. He's such a fucking idiot. I was like, he has if not, I think it is he had the biggest album of 2017. He goes, doesn't matter, because a lot of people could be wrong. And I'm just fucking dying.
Oh my God.
I find it funny, because I mean, it's
I love
like,
it.
yeah, I mean, again, it'd be different if it was like every once in a while, but the fact that it's all the time, and it's just the way he like throws it into conversation just cracks my shit up. So, so it'd be good to get that on, get his opinion on it and officially hear what he has to say.
Oh my God, I can't wait. And, I mean, there's a ton of good rappers. Like I just started listening to some more like Lucas Joyner, and I always love Logic, Lil Dicky. I mean, there's some solid Hobson, of course, Hobson.
Yeah,
I mean, there's some solid lyricists out there.
You're the one who showed me him. So
yeah, Jaron Benton.
Yeah.
But here's what I want. Here's what I'm requesting from Spencer. So Spencer, when you hear this, I just want you to text me and tell me who you would have preferred. It's got to be a rapper, Spencer, but tell me who you would have preferred to do the halftime show at the college national championship game. And all I'm going to text back is either a thumbs up, a fist, or a thumbs down. But that's what I want.
Yeah, and the fist is meant to go in your ass.
But no, I love that. Spencer, man, he's so fucking funny, dude. I want to hear his points on it, and I definitely want to hear who he would rather have seen in okay, so we've been on for a long time.
Yeah.
We could talk for hours. There's one more thing I kind of want to get into before we end the prison call, because most our prison calls are around an hour. And let me check.
Yeah, they're pretty close. I know you guys, and a lot of people, they're not huge fans of footballs, but again, we're doing this, as we said, we're not trying to get famous. We're just doing it to hang out. This is what we've been doing. We love talking about football. It's not going to stop. So, we talked about, I honestly was going to say, I just want to do like a 10-15 minute prison call just to talk about the death pool. And then you're like, okay. And then I think like an hour later, you're like, dude, I just started writing stuff down that we could touch on. It's not going to be 10-15 minutes. I'm like, you know what? You're right. We haven't posted since November. We can't dick tease them like this. We got to give them So
yeah, if there's one thing we're not, it's dick teasers.
Yeah, for sure.
And everybody, that'd be something everybody would agree on. And that doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, nope.
So, but I'm like, we probably spent more than 15 minutes just talking about the death pool. But yeah, and we could talk for hours, but no, there's one more thing I want to hit on. And then, in a few weeks, we're going to be in BDC studios, and then we'll be able to unleash all our venom onto the populace in a real life podcast.
Absolutely.
So the Black Mirror on Netflix.
Oh my God, man. I'm telling you right now, I think, honestly, so Black Mirror did not start with Netflix. Netflix picked it up. I don't remember where it started. I don't know if it was like, because a lot of this in the shows, they're not set in the United States and stuff like that. So people, well, I guess let's just start from the basic. If you don't know what Black Mirror is, if you have Netflix, if you don't know what Netflix is, we can't have this conversation. But it's a show on Netflix, like I said, that Netflix picked up, and it's all about technology. Every episode is something about technology, and a lot of the times I want to say in the future, but a lot of times you don't know if it's set in the future, and it may not be something huge as far as technology goes. Like it looks like it was set back in the day, but there's stuff that you definitely don't see today. And I can never think of the word. It's like anthology or something, but each episode is separate from itself. Like you could literally start season 2 and like episode 3, it doesn't matter. You can watch them in any order that you want. I suggest going from the beginning and watch them in order for a couple of reasons. One, because they do get better and better. And once Netflix takes over is when they really ramp up their game. But like season 1 is like 3 episodes. They're all, I think you're right. I mean, they're all anywhere from like 40 minutes to like, I think maybe the longest one is like an hour and a half or something maybe. But they're like 3 episodes, 4 episodes, like they're not long. But again, I think it's probably the best thing on Netflix. Like I really do. I believe it. I love the show that much. And again, the Degenerate is the one who got me. He asked me if I had seen it, and I said no. And he goes, watch it. And I say this to everybody that I tell about the show, what he told me. He goes, get past. He goes, I know. He goes, for you to be upset or like weirded out by a show, it takes a lot. He goes, but it's not that bad. It's not too crazy. He goes, but you just have to get past the idea of what happens in that very first episode. He goes, it is a little weird, but once you get past that, just don't let that deter you from the rest of thing. And again, I love every episode. I think it's great. It's absolutely fantastic. So I kind of just took over the conversation. I apologize.
No, dude, no, I'm loving it. You're explaining everything perfect, if not better than I would have explained it.
Yeah, and it's so crazy because last night we were talking and you asked me Black Mirror, and both you and I literally were within 10 minutes of watching the last episode of the latest season. I'm like,
that was crazy.
Like, that's fucking crazy. Like, that's some Black Mirror shit.
Absolutely.
But in my opinion, you're going to ask me, season 3, start to finish, is the best season out of all of them. But the last episode in season 4, this latest season that just dropped on December 29th, the one titled Black Museum, is the best episode of the whole series.
Christ,
I
dude.
feel like I'm putting that out there. Like I thought about it. I watched it last night. JPEG doesn't watch Black Mirror, but I'm going to make her watch that one with me just so I can watch it again.
Yeah.
And I think it's
I would like to watch it again as well.
Yeah, I think this isn't my term, but this is Spencer and I were talking about it today. He goes, I think that's the gold standard going forward. Like, it is that good. And the reason why, when I was talking earlier, you want to start from episode 1 is because even though their episodes aren't connected, they still have Easter eggs from previous episodes. Yes. And so, like, they may have one character that just will have one line or something, some object that was from, that you know where it's from, but it has nothing to do with the storyline most of the time. So, excuse me. So that's why, again, start from the beginning, but it's terrifying. I will I'll watch an episode and I'll get to thinking about it. I'm like, I can legitimately see that happening in real life, and it freaks me out. Yeah. And that's why I love it. It's good writing. I mean, they got some major actors and actresses that do play in it, but for the most part, they're not major people who play in them. And
right. They just have solid actors, like with Black Museum, the black chick, and then the dude. Both of them never seen them before ever in anything, but they're just solid actors. You know?
Phenomenal. So good. And like every time it comes out, like it's again, I still think it's one of the best things. But again, I like that weird technology stuff, and seeing what's going to change, or like there's always so many twists and turns, and again, it just came out, so I don't want to give anything away. But in that last episode, I did not see the ending coming, and then I did not see the ending coming. Like, there was like 2 major twists. I was like, what the shit? I was like freaking out.
Oh my God,
when I was watching.
That's what I love about the show. Oh, so first off, I found out about the show. We were watching the boys play football. So maybe it was when Elaine was still here. She's been gone for a year in San Diego, so maybe 2 years ago. And she's like, you got to watch Black Mirror. And she explained it kind of like you explained it. And I'm like, okay. So and I've not watched every episode. I've floated around here and there. But like, I think they should change the name of the show to Mindfuck, because every episode, you think you know what's going on, and then it twists at the end, and then you got fucking skin tingling, and you're like, holy shit. Yeah. It's incredible. Like, the Black Museum episode, a lot of those episodes, dude. Yeah. So in this season, I've only seen the USS McAllister, which good. blows you away. That
was my second favorite. Yeah. Like, Smith and I, every time they come out of the season, we always talk and we always rank what, like, in order, our favorite episodes. And sometimes they're so hard to pick. And then, like, today we were just talking and we went through, like, pick your favorite episode from each season. And I couldn't do it for season 3. I'm telling you, it is that fire. Like, I cannot. There's, like, I think there's only 6 episodes in season 3. And I couldn't pick between half the fucking season. I couldn't pick. Like, there's 3 of them. I don't know which one I like better. And they're just that fucking good. And I hate talking, like, so passionately about something, because I don't like to blow it up for people, and they watch and they're like, well, it wasn't as good as what they made it out. But again, like, it to me,
it's so different.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so different from anything else. And like talking about the first episode, it's fucked up. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Right.
It doesn't make sense
up.
unless you've seen it. But then when you see it, you're like, oh, that, yeah. I mean, like I said, you got to get past the idea of it. And then, like I said, it just picks up.
Yeah, and then I know the second episode in season 1 is the one with the dude from Get Out, the black dude.
Yeah.
And the singer.
So
good. Yeah,
He's
that's
so good.
That's such a good episode. That's another one that that's a show like you could watch an episode and then you have to be like, all right, I got to take a break. I got to let my fucking brain settle down. And I got to,
absolutely.
It's crazy. So this season I've only watched the USS McAllister, and then we watched Archangel the other night, and then we skipped to Black Museum the other night. But I saw Joe Rogan post about the crocodile episode.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh
and
man.
And he's like, man, I fucked around and watched this before I went to sleep.
Dude, and that's the exact same thing I did. Literally the same, like how you and I like watched Black Museum last night pretty much together. Like I woke up the next day and saw his tweets, and I even told JPEG that next morning when I saw her, I fucked up and watched that right before I went to bed. Like I stayed up an extra 10 minutes to like watch SportsCenter to like clear my mind. Like it's just, what I love about it is, I think it's just for me, Black Mirror is just like the total package. Like it's the writing is absolutely phenomenal. The directing is great. The acting is absolutely spectacular. Like like the crocodile episode, like the main chick in it, like her acting, I just love. Like I mean, pick an episode, the main character is again more than likely going to be money. Like I just acting is so great, and it's along with everything, and you just. And maybe it's just because it's not set and, present time. And so it's just like, well, that really wouldn't happen, type of stuff. And it's just, I cannot talk, more highly of it. So.
It's crazy. It's crazy too, because I didn't know you watched the show until last night.
See, I thought maybe we had talked. I mean, the thing is,
I don't think
we
we've
bring
ever
it up
talked
on a
about
podcast. It might have only been for like a second. But
and then we never
a lot of the
talked about
time, how often do we? I mean, we talk for 3 hours and we'll get them and be like, "What did we talk about?" Like, I don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
I mean, it happens. Even if we both happen to be sober, that would still happen. Let alone throwing the other stuff on top.
Oh, I know. It was just crazy because I was like, we were just watching the episode, and then because football ended, the Saints game was on, and then I can't remember what we were doing, and then we ended up watching the episode of Black Mirror before bed, and I was watching it, and I just texted you like, hey, you fucks with Black Mirror, ? And you texted back like,
bro.
It was all caps. It was all caps with exclamation point. And then you were like, yeah, I'm watching actually episode 6 of season 4. I'm like, dude, me too.
Yeah.
That was fucking crazy. That was Black Mirror. That is Black Mirror.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So I'm like, oh my God. And like I told you, even weirder, like 5 hours previous to that, I started writing a soft outline for this prison call. Yeah. And I rolled Black Mirror down. And I didn't even know you watched it. Yeah. If you didn't, I was going to be like, hey man, because I saw the hype around season 4 coming up, and I'm like, yep, I'll get in there. And I had to wait till most of the bowl games and all that stuff was over, and now it's like the worst part of the year. The worst part of the year is after the Super Bowl. Because then all it is cold weather and no football. At least like December, there's bowl games all month long, and now you get the playoffs. The depression kicks in right after the Super Bowl.
Definitely, man. Yeah.
So now there's nothing on, there's nothing on. So now I'm like, oh yeah, Black Mirror season 4 came out, and then I'm starting to go back and watch some of the older ones.
Hell yeah, dude! I'm telling you. I mean, it is like I said, front to back. Season 3, I think, is the strongest season. But again, that doesn't mean like even if like the lowest ranking episode in a season is still. It's still a great episode. There's not one episode that I watched and like, that was absolutely awful, dog shit. What are they doing? There's some where I'm just like, okay, I see where they're going. I see that point of view. Like, I would have liked maybe a little bit more information or something. But again, that's just my personal preference. That's not the writers, the director's view. But it's still a solid 6 or 7 show.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, you're not gonna go wrong with any episode by any means at all. It's just
the only one that kind of bothered me was the one about the soldiers. Fighting I don't know what.
Yeah, the roaches. That one.
Yeah, the roaches. That only bothered me because they did not act like soldiers act. It wasn't anything else. to an outsider, you're like, yeah, that's good for me. I'm like, they're not wearing the right uniform. They're not talking like
Right.
talk. Other than that, the episode was still like that one. I still remember that one. And at the end of it, I'm just like mind blown.
That was in like, to me, I believe that one's in season 3, and that's one of the 3 that is in my, I love that episode. But I do have that, again, since I'm, we have been in the military. I would agree with that aspect of it. But again, too, I'm just like, it is what it is. It
is what it is. Right.
It didn't affect it that much for me. But
no, it didn't either. For me either.
But it is. No, I 100% see your point on that. But it's still a fucking solid episode.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, it's so good. Like, mind blown. You watch that, at the end of it, your mind's fucking blown.
I mean, I don't think I know I cuss a lot, and anybody who's listening to this will like, yeah, well, duh. But I think literally after every episode, I just sit there in the chair and or wherever I'm sitting, I just shake my head and go, fuck. Literally. That's the only thing I can ever muster. And especially last night, I was like, what's it? And fuck. I can't wait to watch it again. Like, I'm gonna make JPEGs watch it, and it's gonna just at least that one episode, because she caught different parts of this season with me, and she seemed like pretty interested in it. And like again, there's not that many episodes, so I'll definitely watch the whole thing through again for sure. But, at least once or twice at some point. But
and I think because I'll look online and stuff, I think there's 19 episodes. And there's certain people that rank them from least worst to best. And there's also people that try to link them with the timeline because of the Easter eggs and other things.
Yeah.
They're online, there's a thing that says, well, these episodes happen at this time, these episodes, like they try to link them all, like time-based.
I love when people do that shit.
Oh, yeah. Because I know they do that. They leave a trail for people that are hardcore fans to put shit together.
Now that you're saying this, I'm just kind of thinking, going through, I brought this up, but what if, like, when they go, say if Netflix does, and I would assume that Black Mirror is a streaming giant for them, I would assume they get a lot of views.
Oh, yeah.
So just say whenever they decide to end it, they end it, but somehow they tie, like, every fucking episode into, like, one weird, crazy,
oh my God.
You know what I mean? Like, something like, what? Like, I mean, I wouldn't put it past them for sure. Like, I don't know how they would do it, but I mean, I don't know how they do half the fucking shit that they do on this fucking show. But
I watched that. Like I said, I watched the Archangel one the other night.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so nerded out now. Like, I was at a birthday party with another fireman,
Yeah.
And we're like, hey, we're gonna go to this. We had dinner reservations. We had a nice dinner and just some pre-game and went to that. And on the way to the birthday party, I'm like, if this shit is weak, we're leaving because we need to try to get an episode of Black Mirror in tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
It didn't happen because I ended up taking some Patron shots, and by the time we got home, Camus was like, "Hey, you want to still watch an episode of Black Mirror?" I'm like, "No,
you got to make sure you're mentally present there."
I think she was bluffing. But either way, I'm like, no, like we have to go to sleep. Like,
well, because like last night when I watched Black Museum, I was on the downside of the fade. I was on the back of it. So I want to rewatch it just because of that. But I want to rewatch it because again, even then, I still think it's the best episode of the entire series.
I absolutely will watch that one again because that was fantastic. I knew there was going to be some twists, and some of it I tied together like as it was happening. I'm like, oh, this is this.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so good, dude. And then the crocodile one, I didn't watch yet. I skipped that one and went to Black Museum because I thought the crocodile one was going to be kind of dark, but I'm going to go back and watch every episode because I've probably seen more than half, but there's still probably 8 episodes I haven't seen.
Just do it. I mean, we'll just watch them. I mean, and they get dark. That's why, like, sometimes, like, that crocodile one, it gets fucking dark, man. That's why I'm like, I shouldn't have watched it. But, I mean, it's still fucking good. It's good. It I don't know. I guess that's why I love it so much because it just, I don't know, it just makes you think, and it just, you put the feels out there for it, man. You're going on a feels trip, that's for sure. Right. Definitely. So, but I'm glad you're getting into it, man. I can't fucking wait to hear what you think about, the remaining 8 episodes or however many you have when you actually get to them. So.
Well, you know what? Since fucking Always Sunny's fucking bullshitting with dropping, they should be dropping here in a couple weeks, but they're not. So.
Nope.
Yeah, we'll have something else to talk about on the podcast.
Yeah. They're
for people to be like, oh, this shit again. These fucking nerds.
Definitely.
All right, but dude, I think we should wrap it up. I'm start cooking something, and then the national championship game starts in like 20 minutes. So.
Fuck yeah, man. Well, let me just do. I don't know if you got your shouts out or fuck yous, but I got some, so I want to give definitely shouts out to Black Mirror for sure. Shouts out Kendrick, keep fucking slaying, you're killing it. Give a shit what the degenerate says. You know, that's the only ones I can think off of, you know, top of my. Shouts out to, you know, Spicy Motherfucking Brown, man. It's good to be back in the semi-half studio with you again, brother. So this is a fucking good time. Fuck yous. As of right now, how I'm feeling, you know I got to do it. Fuck you, Kansas City Chiefs. Breaking goddamn heart again. So it'll heal. Don't worry. It'll start healing after the fucking Super Bowl's over, and I'll be right back like a girlfriend you can never leave. Fuck you to cancer, just because cancer sucks, and it should always be, you know, fuck you.
For sure.
There was one more. What the fuck was it? I don't remember what it was. Yeah, well, you got yours?
Yeah, man. So I got shout out to you, man, because it's great to talk to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm going to say a big shout out to cancer because we got a population problem, Pags. We got over 6 billion people on the planet, right? So,
all right.
China and India have over 1 billion people each. Population is going. Traffic's getting worse. Even in my neighborhood, they keep building fucking neighborhoods. Traffic's it's right. Traffic is a fucking problem. People are a problem. I don't love people. So, maybe not a shout out to cancer, but maybe like a plague. We need like a plague. Wipe out like 20-25% of the population. And when we talk about it, me and some of my friends talk about it. If we take out the bottom 5% and then the top 5%, I'm talking economics.
Yeah.
Like the richest 5% and then the bottom 5%, wipe them out, and then see what numbers we're working with. Distribute the wealth is a big thing, and then we'll see where we're at. But that's for another podcast.
Yeah, so, we can get into that when we're in studio.
I want to shout out. I'm looking forward to the Winter Olympics. You know what I mean?
Yo, yeah, February 8th, man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Winter Olympics, but I'm gonna say fuck you to winter because it started to get real fucking cold, and we've been busy at work, and it took me days after my I'm on my set of days off. It took me days into my days off to catch up on sleep and just warm and recover some. You know, like I got a shoulder problem that's still lurking from a fire from 7 days ago, and yeah, man. So it's go time at work. So
damn.
Just trying to keep at it and be healthy. But fuck winter, it's a problem. And then fuck Trump because he's a fucking lunatic.
I was gonna say that, but like I knew you were gonna fucking get there. So I never want to take that thunder away from you.
Yeah,
definitely. Well, fuck, man, it's been awesome. Hope you got some good grub and enjoy this championship game. More importantly, enjoy the halftime show for
and if it's Super Week, like if Georgia's up like 42 points or nothing, then I'll just start watching some Black Mirror early. As soon as Kendrick's done performing at halftime, I'll get right into Black Mirror. So.
Well, hey, you guys, appreciate it. You guys know us. We're Nasty and Friends, tweets, Instagrams. Like us on Facebook. We're going to be back in studio real fucking soon, guys. We got some good shit lined up for you. Fucking love ya. I love you, Spicy. You guys remember, life's simple. Don't be a dick. Night flips.
Join the death pool, you schmucks.
Motherfucker, yeah.